We know what drones are. Well, there's a word called droning. It's a person who is affected by not getting enough sleep, which can happen, which interferes with the person's real world. Which I have gone through that a few times, especially when I was going to school. I'll work all day and then go to school at night. I'll work all day, and then I had to go down to another school 300 miles down the road. And I get down there, I'm pretty well, and then I got to go cram the books. At a certain point, I barely remember it, I was doing things backwards. To show how to do something, I was doing it backwards. And I was corrected on it, and I was doing it backwards, and I was corrected on it. And I didn't know what was wrong. And the instructor asked me, how much sleep are you getting? Oh, I got this, and I went there, I put my 12 hours in, and after that, I get there, and I got my stuff going, and then I drove down here for 5 hours, and maybe 2 hours sleep. Well, that's not good enough. It's ruining everything. And I found myself driving home. Yes. And I'm driving, and I'm driving, and I'm driving. And I hit a bump. I was driving with my eyes open, but I was asleep. When I hit that bump, it woke me up. And I said, oh my God, there's something wrong here. Which actually was a lot more wrong with what happened to me than I was realizing. And then I crashed. One day, I went to sleep. One night I went to sleep, and I didn't wake up the next day. And I didn't wake up the next day. And I didn't wake up the next day. And when I did wake up, I went back to work and found out I was fired. What? There's something in the military has the same problem in combat. If you don't get some sleep, you can shoot the guy next to you without realizing, or shooting at something that's not there. And they find that in exercises. They're ordered, their lieutenants and sergeants, is that make sure the people around you sleep. Catnips, but sleep sometime. If you're not doing something, sit down and sleep. And that has a big thing. Sleep. Sleep is required. Combat soldiers, sleep is required. Sleep anytime you can get time to sleep. And students are the same way. Which is, when I was going to school undergrad, I went to school, went home, went to bed, got up, and when I was at work, I had morning break, afternoon break, and a lunch. And I would have an alarm clock. And I would do this, and then wake up. Catnip, all that thing. At school, if I arrived at school early, I would sit there with the alarm clock in a chair and sleep, and then wake up. I had to do that. But it's if you deprive your body of sleep, it's going to sleep. Truck drivers hauling these big rigs. Some companies have put cameras up and up in the thing here, and also looking out. And they're finding truck drivers are doing they fall asleep. I've done that before. I've fallen asleep watching TV, listening to the radio. I go, and I'm asleep for, yes, I have fallen asleep on the computer. And of course, at my age, sleep is wonderful. Now I get to sleep all the time. Oh, which I didn't sleep last night. So I've been up for at least 24 hours. Maybe I slept a little bit. But in the last 24 hours, I don't remember sleeping. Maybe that's it. I don't remember sleeping. I don't think I slept. I know I was reading all night. But, which is bad. So I'm due to sleep, which is